Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name's Loop Story, and I'm going to be playing some music for you for the next little bit. I hope you guys enjoy. Sit back, relax, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name's Loop Story, and I'm going to be playing some music for you for the next little bit. I hope you guys enjoy. Sit back,
Guess I'll have to
relax,
make
here we go.
this work.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name's Loop Story, and I'm going to be playing some music for you for the next little bit. I hope you guys enjoy. Sit
Guess
back,
I'll have to
relax,
make
here we
this
go.
work.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name's Loop Story, and I'm going to be playing some music for you for the next little bit. I hope you guys enjoy. Sit
Guess
back,
I'll have to
relax,
make
here we go.
this work.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name's Loop Story, and I'm going to be playing some music for you for the next little bit. I hope you guys enjoy. Sit
Guess
back,
I'll have to
relax,
make
here we go.
this work.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name's Loop Story, and I'm going to be playing some music for you for the next little bit. I hope you guys enjoy. Sit
Guess
back,
I'll have to
relax,
make
here we go.
this work.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name's Loop Story, and I'm going to be playing some music for you for the next little bit. I hope you guys enjoy. Sit
Guess
back,
I'll have to
relax,
make
here we go.
this work.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name's Loop Story, and I'm going to be playing some music for you for the next little bit. I hope you guys enjoy. Sit
Guess
back,
I'll have to make
relax, here we
this
go.
work.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name's Loop Story, and I'm going to be playing some music for you for the next little bit. I hope you guys enjoy. Sit
Guess
back,
I'll have to make this
ladies
work.
and gentlemen,
Guess I'll have to make this work. Smile, wake up your mind, and don't forget what you left behind. Smile, wake up your mind, and don't forget what you left behind. Guess I'll have to make this work. Smile, wake up your mind, and don't forget what you left behind. Guess I'll have to make this work. Smile, wake up your mind, and don't forget what you left behind. Smile, wake up your mind, and don't forget what you left Smile, wake up your mind, and don't forget what you left behind. Ladies, smile, wake up your mind, and don't forget what you left behind.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome to episode 6 of Loop Storytime. Thank you all for joining me so much. We have a great episode this evening. Brand new set. We got Mark Cooley, a.k.a. Shuj Roswell, coming up in just a bit. Please stick around. Thank you so much for being here. Let's continue getting this party going, okay? Thank you, everyone, for being a part of this show. I'm so thankful to be here. We are on week 6. Big shout out to Emily Vanderweel and the Loose Leaf team and Jamcast team for helping make this thing legit. Big shout out to Rocky Mountain Virtual for continuing to help cross post and support. And big shout out to Mark Cooley, who was able to be a part of this today. We're going to continue this party. I hope you guys enjoy. Some very, very, very exciting news, folks. As of this afternoon, this show, this Saturday, April 17th, at Dazzle Jazz, is officially sold out. Sold out. First ticketed show of this project. You guys who have been supporting me, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I was blown away. I've been continued to be blown away. So if you have bought a ticket and you are coming this Saturday, I cannot thank you enough. I just am so appreciative that you guys allow me to make music. So this next song and all of these songs, everything that I do is a big thank you for you supporting this. A lovely day indeed. We've had this beautiful weather. It's about to snow on us, so that's always fun. Thank you guys again so much for supporting. If you are looking for live music is coming back. Like I said, if you have not bought your tickets for Dazzle this weekend, that show is sold out, done, kaput. It is, seats are full. Nothing else we can do about it. But that doesn't mean that you can't go see live music this week. On Thursday evening at 8 o'clock, doors are at 7. Float Like a Buffalo is going to be headlining Cervantes Masterpiece Ballroom. We got a 2-hour set. Show goes from 8 to 10. We just worked on our music today. It is going to be awesome. So if you want to check out Float Like a Buffalo, it serves on Thursday. Tickets are still available, and we'd love for you to join us. If you can't make Friday, or if you can't make Saturday, or if you can make Saturday and make Thursday, all the music. We'd love to have you there, and I continue to love your support. So thank you so much. Thank you very much, folks. This has been an absolute pleasure. I'm just having an absolute blast with this. Just Dazzle is awesome, and things are good. So thank you for supporting this. I got one more song for you this evening. This is a throwback to when I first got this started. We're almost at a 1-year anniversary, actually, of Loop Story. Started on April 23rd last year, my 30th birthday. So we got that coming up in a few weeks. Shows to check out. If you're not making it to Dazzle, if you're not making it to Float, we do have April 21st. I'm going to be playing at the Pint Room in Littleton off of Bellevue in Santa Fe. And then the 23rd of April, I will be playing down at Grist Brewing in Highlands Ranch. I'll be my birthday show, so come out and celebrate with me. And then on May 1st, I will be playing at Lincoln Street Station in Highlands Ranch. And then May 7th, I will be going down to Colorado Springs again for Cody Uprise. I had such a blast down there. Ren and the team was so cool, such a dope venue. I'm excited to go back down there with some more songs and some more loops. So there's opportunities to see the show if you want to see them, and there's opportunities to see music. Get your vaccinations, wash your hands, keep wearing masks until we can, and it's slowly coming back, folks. Thank you so much. This will be my last song. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Loop Story. Stick around. We have Mark Cooley, Shuj Roswell coming up next. Awesome interview, awesome person. Thank you for being a part of this. We will see you in 2 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Music, Life, and everything in between of the Loop Storytime episodes. My name is Loop Story, and with me we have the one and only Mark Cooley, a.k.a. Shuj Roswell. How are we doing today, Mark?
I'm doing great.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for being on the show with me. Like I was just saying a little bit before we started, I've been seeing your name around town for a while, especially over pandemic, and this is awesome that we get the opportunity to sit down and chat and get to see behind the curtain of Shuj Roswell.
Well, I'm excited to be here.
Perfect. Well, first things first, your name. I'm so curious of where that came from, and tell me about the concept of the name of Shuj Roswell and the project and how you kind of got into that.
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's always a fun story. Shuj was the name of my best friend's black cat. He's since passed away, but he went by several names. Honestly, Johnny. The last name of my friend was Law, so Johnny Law, Johnny the Fuzz Law, and then a roommate of hers, I think, just started calling him Shuj, and Shuj Bush. So I was messing around and doing my thing musically and trying to come up with a name, and I was just like, oh, Shuj, that's different, and it really stumped me on how would I spell it. And it turns out I was working with a guy who minored in linguistics at CU Boulder, and sure enough, he's like, yeah, SHUJ. And I'm like, oh, yeah, duh. Exactly. That makes total sense. I was thinking, like, should there be an H on the end of it? Or I wasn't sure. So it was just Shuj for a couple of years. And I wasn't really doing anything seriously musically. I was writing music and studying some of my favorite producers and trying to figure out what I wanted to do, what genre I wanted to kind of be in, and along the lines, I was hanging out at home one afternoon watching History Channel, and Ancient Aliens is on, and they're talking about the Area 51 and the UFO crash, or the alien the alien thing. It's Roswell, New Mexico. And I was like, oh, Roswell, Shuj Roswell. That kind of has almost sounds like a name, like a first and like an alias, or someone's name. Like that kind of works together. And then that's how the Roswell came along. So the Roswell is from Roswell, New Mexico, and I'm really big into the 60s sci-fi, mid-century modern motif. I'm really into that vibe, and do try to incorporate it in album art or show flyers. Anywhere we can incorporate it, I like to do so.
That's awesome. Shuj Roswell, good name.
Yeah, and then of course the my Facebook fan group is Area 51, the Shuj Roswell Classifieds.
That's awesome. So you talked a little bit about like you were studying producers and where you wanted to go with. Are you trained in music, or when you got into production and music making, did you have a lot of experience under your belt going into this, or was it kind of like, I want to make some bleeps and bloops, let's start messing with it?
It was a little bit of both. You may appreciate this. My first introduction to real music theory class, I played saxophone in the band.
Nice.
So alto sax. And I had some turntables when I was younger, middle school. And I was trying to scratch. I was way into hip hop, and those two things kind of gelled and found some way of combining. And then I got into guitar, and it was either a drum set, and or a guitar. And my folks were like, you can plug headphones into the guitar amp. You're getting a guitar." So that, which is fine with me.
Oh, absolutely, man. No one needs banging on the drums when you're 10 years old.
Right, right. And I was a big fan of Metallica, and it was their music that inspired me to actually pick up a guitar. So, and then I discovered funk and jazz, and then it's kind of funny. So to look back at that evolution.
The evolution of music processes and where you got, like, I was a big ska head all through middle school and high school. Then I found electronic music and I found like jam band music, and I was like, oh my God. It grabbed me and just kind of pulled me in.
Right. And yeah. And then in jam band, I mean, that, Grateful Dead and Fish just kind of took all of this stuff into a big pot for me. And I'm like, yes, this is doing it all for me. I love it.
That's awesome. So you played saxophone in middle school band. You started playing you started playing guitar because your parents didn't want to listen to you banging on drums. And so, like, you're listening to hip hop, you're listening to those influences. Who were some of the artists you were listening to growing up that you think influenced you as an artist now?
Oh, so many. I mean, the reason I got into electronic music and production is SoundCloud.
Okay.
STS.
Yeah.
A couple of my friends were buzzing about them, and I'd listen to them. They, played me this song or that song. I think Tap In might have been my first song by STS9 to hear, and instantly loved it. There were some other things I wasn't sure about. I'm like, I don't know how to process this. What are they doing? And I finally got to see him at Red Rocks. I was actually there for Trey Anastasio.
Okay.
And they opened, and I camped out all day for Trey to get up on the front row, and so I was right there, just saw everything that CS9 was doing, and it just blew me away. It's like I had no understanding of how their laptops and MIDI controllers were adding this other component of sound and these samples, and but for me, I'm seeing a band.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh God, I want to do this, and from there, it was pretty much, one of my buddies was like, "Hey, I'm grabbing the drum set. We're getting the band back together." And not that we ever had a band, but we just started teaching ourselves, and we wanted to not only make some sort of instrumental. I was really into Thievery Corporation around this time too, so make some sort of instrumental music that with a sense of improvisation. But some structure, kind of like just platforms that we could jump off and jam on. But we wanted this hip hop sampling type vibe involved. So it was funny, like our first attempt, I mean, literally, it was like a stereo. Remember those old stereos, maybe not like the two speakers that could detach?
Oh, yeah.
Like
that every middle schooler had them in their room?
Yeah, right.
It was the staple of middle school.
We had one of those with a laptop and an aux cable going into it, and we're trying to play drums and guitar over that, with that, and then we got that thing turned up all the way, and as soon as we hit the snare drum, you can't hear the stereo at all. We're like, okay, this isn't working, and so I mean, it was just all trial and error, and how do we get this going, and it eventually found its way into my first kind of jamtronic band, I guess you could say.
Tell me a little bit about the work-life balance that you've learned over the years to be able to maintain healthy at home and successful on the road, because that is a balancing beam that many people attempt and not many succeed in.
It's a real easy secret. It's Kristen and I were married in 2016, and she has two girls from a previous marriage, and I love them all to death. And you know, Kristen, on her own, of her own accord, said, she initially she took a huge interest into my music and what I was doing. She actually wrote and even played a couple synth parts in a couple of the tracks on my albums.
That's awesome.
Believe it or not, she would never take credit for it, I'm sure, but she's responsible for then Snowblind, the Michael Menert song, that that's her. That's Kristen. She wrote that.
That's awesome. And so she has a musical background as well.
She has no musical background, but she loves music.
That's awesome. That's super, super cool, man.
Time, she can sing in key, and she's got a huge diverse. She likes everything, as much as I do. So music's a huge part of our relationship, and the girls too. They love coming in and playing with everything. And our oldest, Lauren, she's 9. She got an acoustic guitar for Christmas, not this year, the year before, and she's trying to do her best with that. And we have a great time. To answer your question though, Kristen told me, I will never ever get in the way of your love and passion for music. That's how it works.
You liked it, so you put a ring on it, as Beyonce said.
I had 2. I've been married before, and I was in another relationship. And I'm not saying touring or music was a reason for the split ups, but I'm sure it played some part. Just not being there, it's not easy.
No.
I mean, you're not home. You're rehearsing. You're playing gigs. You're touring. You're away.
Yeah.
So, and to get someone that's gonna appreciate that and understand it, and understand that you need it, and it's your release and your outlet, and it's your art, and to be able to sacrifice that for you, I mean, that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
So, and not saying that anyone else in my past relationships didn't try. It's not easy. It's tough. So,
but you're able to make it work.
Yeah, and how long can you keep it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I said that, but we're 10 years now, and come on, it's the time to it's not as if it's paying the bills, it's different.
Right. Yeah. I saw a meme the other day, and it was my fully employed like wife girlfriend working 12 hours a day, it was in your page. I saw that and I started laughing because Alyssa, my girlfriend Alyssa through Rocky Mountain Virtual,
of course,
and
you guys are like, whoa.
Yeah, she's a 16-hour a day teacher, and then I'm downstairs playing loops on my saxophone. I'm like, I'm gonna make it someday. I'm gonna do it. And it just bless her heart for being supportive of it and being able to believe in the project and believe in the process of it.
I know teachers teaching is their day job, but I mean, she's still part of your.
She is the co-founder of Rocky Mountain Virtual, and so Sarah Float's manager is her best friend from college.
Okay.
And so when they reconnected back in early 2018, late 2017, somewhere around that area, while Float was still kind of in its not infancy. The band had been around for 4 years at that point, or like 3 or 4 years at that point. But when they reconnected and Sarah hopped on as manager, she steered fully into the curve of like, okay, here's the gig, here's the music, and it's that like the compromise and the figuring out how to make it work. But like this whole looping project, Loop StoryTime, I have to attribute to her. She's the one who got my loops, or she's the one who organized the fundraiser for my loop station for my 30th birthday last April. And like I'd had 2 months where I didn't have to work, and I went down the rabbit hole. And so everything that exists, this podcast, the series, the shows, the everything, is all because of her chilling upstairs.
That's part of that STS9 thing is, you are kind of playing that evolving, building, but yet that repetition is like the foundation. And you just kind of keep building onto it before that drop happens.
Yeah.
And I mean, having a background and listening to, hip hop and things like that helps lend your ear to understanding, oh, something's going to be coming here. I get it.
Yeah.
You know? So, but then the second half of that, with the criticisms I received in the early days of music and songwriting, I do try to, in a lot of my electronic music, I do try to actually have a song arrangement. Oh, here's a verse, here's a chorus, here's a verse, here's a bridge, here's a chorus. Not every song has that arrangement.
Yeah.
But, most electronic music isn't configured that way.
No.
So I do try to do that. I do try to incorporate key changes and, add, even in the verses, add layers, introduce, okay, 16 bars, the next 16 bars has 2 new layers added on top of them. And I'm going to take away this part, so it's a lot of adding and taking away. And that's kind of, I don't know, one of my production things is to put everything into like 16 bars and then start removing things.
Yeah. Well, it's like salt and I compare, everyone talk like music is math, music is language. And the one that I've kind of landed on is music is chemistry, where you take, just theory in general, you take oxygen, you add a little bit of hydrogen, add a second hydrogen, boom, you got a chord. You take a C, you add a C, you add a G, boom, you have a power chord. Let's throw this in here. And you just start adjusting and adding electrons and taking away electrons and adding protons and adding ninths and fourths and sharp 11s. You start doing that and you're able to construct this new element, this new concept, this new sound, this new progression that is really kind of cool. So with your layering and taking away, we're able to go, okay, here's this thing. We all see water. Now let's turn it into just oxygen. Or you're cooking. Right. Let's take some. Here's the full dish. But what happens if we take some salt and pepper out of this? What happens if we throw a little bit of paprika in there? What happens if we throw a little bit of cumin? What kind of flavor palette can we create? It's an auditory palette at that point.
Right.
So super, super cool, man. Well, but as we finish up, I want to talk to you a little bit about what you've been doing throughout COVID and the pandemic and some of the stuff you got coming forward. I know you got some announcements coming out. But tell me like what's been keeping you busy and what you got coming in the future.
Well, as soon as COVID started, I just needed to immerse myself in music and started the project that I had just released there in February, the Shuttlecock EP. Mm-hmm. And really wanted to, again, try something. Like I had the time, and it was good timing. The horns weren't playing, so I knew I had, even though it took them 6 months to get to the studio. But
those horn players,
I know, man. But yeah, without everyone having to attend to their other bands that they're in, I was able to, kind of focus on that when I was ready, and so I put that EP out, and we did a couple live streams. In June, we were able to do a live stream at Wavelayer, mm-hmm. which is from Sun Squabby's, I believe this is basement.
Yep.
We were able to do that down there. That was a lot of fun. It was the first time in 6-7 months I'd even been in the same room with other people. So, and then we just played 2 sold-out shows at Larimer Lounge last month. Socially distanced shows. That was a fun one. We kept wanting to announce sellout, and they're like, "Oh no, restrictions have changed. We can add 10 more seats." And then we sold those 10 tickets. Oh no, wait, we can't do a sellout yet. And it was just like, "Can we announce a sellout yet?" So anyway, that was amazing, just being back up on stage and performing and in front of people and feeling the energy, so
and those lasers were super dope.
Oh, thanks. That was well, so announcements, this will be airing, we'll probably announce this already by the time this airs, but yeah, we'll be doing another socially distanced show at Moe's Barbecue down south in Littleton. Speaking of, real quick, I just want to interject. I remember hearing, Sarah went to Heritage. You went to Littleton?
Yes.
Arapahoe High School.
Okay, there we go. We got the trifecta right there.
Just wanted to say that. But so we'll be down there doing that on May 29th, Saturday, and I'm excited too because we're gonna kind of keep it in the family. They kind of allowed us some influence on the opener, and we got Sarah and Sam Goodman.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah,
yeah,
the project's name. They're gonna do the early 7:00 show.
Okay.
Shuj Roswell live band will be doing the 10:00 show.
Very cool.
So it's going to be cool. So I'm excited to bring them in and let them, that they get an opportunity to do some stuff and kind of keep it family. So, and Sam also, he played violin in Michael Menert's big band. So there's Sarah with the Shuj Roswell connection and Sam with the Super Best Records Michael Menert connection. Very family oriented. So, and we got barbecue.
There we go. And that is Moe's Barbecue off of Broadway in Hamden down on May 29th.
Yes.
So if you want to go see some dope beats for those watching, go check it out because I discovered you over pandemic and with the Rocky Mountain virtual streams and the Wave Layers stuff and just really, really dug what you were putting together. And I would, unfortunately, we are going to be on tour at that point, but I would love to, for those who are watching, I'm going to live vicariously through the pictures.
Got to get out there and do your thing, man. It's quite all right. So
yeah.
We're excited. This is going to be probably a completely different show than what anyone might have seen at Lerner Lounge. So we are bringing production. So bringing Mike Morgenstern from Lights for Cozy.
Yeah.
He's the one that is at Lerner Lounge, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be at Moe's. So we should have some good lights.
Very cool. Very cool, man. So, okay, well, we're coming down to the tail end of this one. Mark, it's been such an absolute pleasure to be able to sit down and chat with you and to be able to kind of learn about the process and everything that you've done to be able to make the music that you make today. So thank you so much for being a part of Loop Storytime. For those watching, as per usual, this video is going to be uploaded to the Jamcast Network on YouTube, and I hope that you are watching it. If you like it, please subscribe. Please share this video with your friends. Check out Shuj Roswell. Check out the Shuttlecock EP. Check out the live band. Go watch a live stream. Go buy tickets to his show. Go support local music because it is coming back. It is coming back, and we have performances, and we have shows, and we have tickets to buy, and we have merch to buy. So if you like what you're seeing and you want to see more of it, go support your artists. Thank you.
We just uploaded some videos, too.
Even better.
Website. The website, my official shujroswell.com is probably the place to go. But there's some live video clips from our last show, full songs. So
very cool. Go, and that's shujroswell.com.
Yes.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being a part of the show, man. And I look forward to everything that you're doing. And I'm going to learn that in your next show. Okay.
Oh, man. Yeah, if there's any flautists out there that are looking for a gig, hit me up. Always looking to add a flute to the band.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, man. This has been Loop Storytime. Tune in 2 weeks. We have a brand new episode coming up, and we hope to see you then. You guys have a great night and stay safe out there.